My name is Harry. I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is March 7, 2024. It is 1:40 a.m. This is the background. 3,828 subscribers. New subscribers, welcome. Well, yesterday I had two videos. There's the second one here. I need to do a thumbnail for it. But for some reason, estimate revenue stuck here. Okay, so let's look at analytic. The last 48 hours, 3,805 views. Okay, so let's go on Twitter. I have some stuff to share with you. So let's start with this. This is Omid. You probably seen this already on my community board because I shared it already. ITV responded with the following statement, quote, all housemates undertake training in language and behavior before entering the Big Brother house. All behavior in the house is strictly monitored at all times. Thoughts? So apparently it seems like is it Kate's uncle who joined, what's the show? Big Brother, is that? Or housemate? I don't know. There's a show that he went on. So something must have said, which I'm not aware what he said of, but it seems like people were upset about it. Okay, so Omid retweeted this. Women's Aid, we are disappointed with the decision to include Gary Goldsmith in the Celebrity Big Brother house. So this is the thing here, the show, Celebrity Big Brother house. Producers must consider how his appearance will impact women who have survived domestic abuse. Read our full story here. What did they say here? Oh, is that him? Okay, glad to see at least one organization standing up against this gross insult to women. Okay, the British media will give airtime to any abuser who is prepared to talk trash about Meghan, but to allow your future queen, Kate Middleton, uncle, also say a lot about your royal family, that they condone abuse of women. And now this is worth sharing. Just wondering, how come you've kept quiet all these years when Meg... That's a very good point. This is a very good point. I didn't even know this, what's the name of it? Women's Aid was actually a thing over there until now that I'm sharing that tweet with you. Now this is worth sharing. Just wondering, how come you've kept quiet all these years when Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, has been relentlessly and viciously abused? Pardon me if I miss any non-action taken in this regard. Same thing here. Same thing with her. Let me retweet this. Yes, this is a very good point. If they had put anything out prior to this, I'm sorry I didn't come across it because I didn't even know they exist. But this comment is very true. This is so true. I don't know what was it Big Brother UK was thinking. Contestants in previous years have been removed from the house of social media posts, yet this man who was found guilty of domestic assault is allowed in just because he is Kate Middleton's uncle. It is absolutely outrageous and disgusting to give airtime to Kate Middleton's uncle, who is a wife beater. So they could say that because it has proven in court. What happened to Johnny Depp? The same key players were involved, let go, nothing, police review, just turn a blind eye. Okay, so I'm back to Omid thing here. That I was gonna read it, but after reading that comment, it makes perfect sense to me. Where were they when Meghan was being abused consistently in the UK? Where were they? So are they saying that the attack on Meghan are monitored by ITV? That's another good point. How does this change the fact that he was a wife beater and drug dealer before he entered the house? They platform him. That's the problem. A woman abuser being given a platform to abuse a woman in public eye by ITV, and this is the best they can come up with? He needs to leave or stop talking about whom he... Well, there's a possibility he might even get sued. Or not, maybe not even... You know what? Let's see what happened, because if he keeps on opening his mouth and then ITV come and said this, was it all housemate, Omid put it in quote here, all housemate undertake training in language and behavior before entering the Big Brother household. So if anything, the Sussexes could easily sue ITV. Okay, so you should know who you put up there. Let's see here, after what's there, and then move on. Okay, so the abuse of Megan was pre-approved by ITV. Okay, I'm glad Women's Aid has called ITV out. Well, I'm glad they did, but after what I read from under their comment, their tweet, it makes perfect sense to me. Where were they when Megan was in the UK and the abuse was consistent? Did they say anything? We have MPs who came out and put a public statement out. So where were they? Okay, so they have trained him not to punch any woman in the face or take drugs or urinate on camera. Therefore, as long as he just talk trash about Harry and Meghan, then that's fine. Is that it? Let me read this and then go into the other one. Pretty much, he appears to be a surrogate of Kate and Will. I doubt Meghan has ever even met him, so the thing he's saying will most likely be what he has heard from Will and Kate. Hopefully, he won't start randomly pissing in corners too. They better hope he doesn't piss on one of their camera people. Alright, so that's something. Let me read this one and then that's it. Let me go into it. In 2018, ITV and BBC joined forces to stop the estranged Marcos from appearing on their shows because they didn't want to upset the royals. But once they focused their venom on Meghan, they were welcome. It's obvious that druggy Gary was briefed to focus on Harry and Meghan. Let's see here. Meghan Markle's family has been banned from appearing on UK. Okay, so you could read all of this. Alright, so there's that thing here. That was back in 2018. There's more here. Cards marked. Meghan Markle's relatives are banned from appearing on Dancing on Ice. I'm a celebrity. I'm strictly come dancing. Alright, so there it is here. Back in 2018. They let it be known. Okay, so that's that. And Meghan's half siblings, they put that on themselves. Whatever come their way, they put that on themselves. So Meghan have nothing to do with their BS. But what is it with that ITV thing, the show? They better be careful, because if they put that statement out and the guy is saying untruthful things, so they're looking for a lawsuit down the road. That's all. This is the way that I see it. I'm not a lawyer, but if this is continue and he's saying untruthful thing, that I don't know, the station might be in problem now. Next tweet. So there's the in one video I remember saying Harry probably have their people or their lawyers who look at the newspapers every day to see what is being said about them, and then when they see something that could be bring to court, they could bring it to Harry and Meghan's attention and said, if this is something you want to pursue. So I won't be surprised if this is being done right now. They have their lawyers monitoring the show, because if Harry decided to sue based on what they bring to his attention, that's money for them too. Alright, next tweet. Is Bulliam, quote, working behind the scenes, end quote, briefing the tabloid with trash about Meghan and Harry and running his bat farms? A screenshot. Well, however, Prince William still remains on restrict duties after only taking part in 2 official engagements last week and with only one planned for this Friday. A palace source insisted he was continuing to work behind the scene and will be taking planned meetings with Duchy of Cornwall representative. Even if he's working behind the scene managing the duchy, and I don't believe that, it's not good enough. He must be seen to be believed, as the late queen said. Oh, did she say that? Okay. We've been told the royals must be visible to public doing good works for the monarchy to remain relevant. I'm sure the duchy is managed by others without having to rely on his input. I don't know. The only thing being managed is spending all the lovely duchy money as fast as possible. That's right. All these bots that going everywhere talking nonsense, many of them, they don't do that thing for free. Unlike the squad, this is why they don't believe the squad. They think the squads are being paid by Harry and Meghan. Meanwhile, they don't know if their negativity that really pisses people off and say enough is enough, that makes people like myself get up every day to do some of those videos to inform people. All right, so this is my tweet, and then after that, okay, let's do, is that an ad? Okay, I don't know what's this. Let's do mine, and then that's it. He needs to get off Twitter. Just because people are talking, he's responding to them. In my opinion, that stunt he allegedly put out by TMZ, it looks like an act by someone who is guilty of something. It was unnecessary, but okay, feel free to. You do so at your own peril. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. So let's go to the next one. There's the, is that the same thing? Okay. No, that's different. Okay, that's a damn lie. Willy hasn't been out of the house all week, and Kate has voter hags, bats, and paid ads on social media coming after Meghan and Harry. So his focus actually is social media. I think that, see my comment that I read on the last post, that I believe that too. I think he's fixated, and you could see in one of his old I think he was getting on a helicopter with, with his wife. And one of the squad spotted all the tabloid papers on the side of the helicopter. And I think he's paying too much attention to these things. Okay, he's probably on Twitter looking at what people are saying. He needs to get off Twitter. He should do just, I'm telling you, Harry is setting examples for him he could easily follow, but I don't think he's following the right information that Harry and Meghan are putting out. Harry and Meghan said they're not on social media, because if these people keep on focusing on social media, sometimes there's conversation, it's just people conversing, just talking. And these people, the royal family, they don't know when people are throwing shade or throwing rumors left and right. They take it personally, and then they act on those things. So he needs to stay off of social media. He really does. Because that thing that they pulled out by TMZ the other day, I think is because of, the squad are talking. They're throwing all sort of shade to make each other laugh and stuff like that. But he probably saw some of the things that I share with you. Maybe. And then he took it personally, and he felt like he had to respond to some of the tweets. By doing that, he did that, in my humble opinion, that TMZ thing. And then instead, the TMZ picture raised more questions than answers. Okay, I read that. Let's see. Prince William broke his silence on the conspiracy theories surrounding his wife Kate Middleton's mysterious recovery from abdominal surgery. Quote, his focus is on his work and not on social media. Yeah, right. A spokesman for the Prince of Wales told People Wednesday. Okay, his focus is on work, but he keeps canceling engagement. And it's Wednesday, and it still isn't out. His kids are school all day, and Kate has 2 nurses, her mother, and assistant. Okay, drinking. There's me here. He thought he broke his silence on the conspiracy theories about his wife through TMZ. There's me laughing here. Instead, it raises more questions than answers. What does focus mean? Focus equal canceling? English is not my primary language. Am I missing something? Okay, Willy leaks. Okay, okay, that's an ad. What work? All right, so let's go to the next tweet. There's more comment, but let's move on. Okay, let's read these two since it popped up underneath. Okay, read between the lines. He is focused on his work. What work? You may ask. Slandering Harry and Meghan through the tabloid. Unfortunately, William's reputation is going down the drain slowly but surely. Okay, he seems to be focused on social. Yeah, okay, see, I'm not the only one who sees that. He seems to be focused on social media when he got his staff to telephone the boss of the airplane company to tell him to remove a tweet merely picturing a plane seat and the name William. Yeah. This is a perfect example. They are focusing on social media. It's okay to focus on social media to a certain extent, but don't make it, I don't know. But people like him should be above these things. But this is what I mean. I don't think he understands his position. Okay, next tweet. If Kate interviewed herself as being part of an emotional threesome with her husband and brother-in-law, maybe she was the problem and not Meghan. Okay? That's just weird. Kate has a husband who openly and frequently travels to see his first choice, who allegedly effed the closest thing she had to a friend and got caught. Who else was... Oh my God, I'm still laughing about this. I purposely didn't say the word. Who else was she going to take those feeling out on? Any female who entered that space was screwed. Okay, did you say maybe? Let me fix it for you. Definitely. Alright, the word is definite. Okay, I remember in the beginning, they were saying who's gonna take care of Kate if he married Meghan. I was like, her husband? Look at the eyes here. Long before I even gave a damn about the British royal family, I remember seeing a Tab magazine showcasing image of Kate giving Harry lusty look. There's a lot of images on the internet about that. Even then, I was suspicious, and I honestly thought the brothers shared her. I hate to say that. I thought so too, but I think Harry wasn't playing this. He wasn't about that. But instead, I think when Harry is free, let's say from doing warrior duty, I think, okay, I could be 1,000,000% wrong. I think he goes to Africa because he feels more at home there. People don't treat him any special. They like him and they protect him, and he enjoyed their company. Because in his book, where he's saying he's traveling through Africa, going from different places, I'm like, he's like a vagabond in Africa. He's just enjoying the place. Okay? And I truly believe he loves Africa. Okay? I clearly know more now and dropped that idea way before Meghan came along. Okay? After this, that's it. Let me read bottom up. Cringe. With in-laws and relatives like this, Kate definitely does not need any external enemies. Kate seems to have wanted to be the filling and a Windsor sandwich, and Harry marrying Meghan completely changed the menu. I think so too. It changed. I think they were okay with it. William didn't give a shit. Okay? Because he's doing his own thing. But the thing is that the minute Meghan came in, the menu changed. Definitely, I'm using that. The menu changed. The agenda changed. And now they wanted her to be like Meghan, and she can't operate in that level. Okay? Next tweet. And then after that, I believe I'm done with the William, the Wells things. Okay, was Waity-Katie out here cosplaying for Harry attention? There's a laugh here. Her uncle Gary, the unflashable, said she was happy with just the threesome. What? He said that? What in the porn brother fantasy mess? Fantasy mess was going on in her head. She wanted Harry by her side forever? Crazy. What the hell? And then I remember when she was getting married. I'll never forget that. CNN, I think I was watching the thing through CNN, and one of the commentators was saying something about the sister to be with Harry. And I was like, how could one family take both brothers? That was the first thing that popped up in my mind. How could one family take both brothers? And thank God for that. Harry had a different vision. Wow, these people are sick. They are sick in the brain. And there's Megan here, and this is all the thing she was. Maybe she probably is sick in the head. If the brother is saying that, I mean the uncle is saying that, maybe this is what the palace want us to believe. They probably were scripting this for William to have a reason to divorce her, to show all of this. I don't know, since Megan got into the picture and she's dressing like Megan, the squad are showing the differences between the two, where she's copying Megan and all of that. So maybe the palace is making her do it, but the palace had a scripted narrative for her. That way, when William decided to divorce her, and he will say this is that, he could never get her to whatever because she wanted Harry, and then she's dressing like Megan, so could get Harry's attention or something like that. It could easily be that, because I will not pass it that the palace was behind it already. Because when you look at In Spare, where Harry was talking about the father bringing up Megan, about not being able to afford for her and all of that. So Kate have no choice, doesn't have any say into what money goes in for whatever it is. So they were making her performing, and she went along with it. This is the thing here, and this is what I'm getting. Because like one of the comments that I read somewhere, the palace was built on lies, and the only way to stop it is to abolish it, to get rid of it. So this is what happened when you don't have core values and you allow them to do whatever it is. They probably presented to her as fun and hip or whatever. The full intention they didn't tell her, but the palace had the intention behind it. Okay, and she went along with it, but the whole thing was to give William a reason why he is divorcing her, because she wants to be like Megan to get Harry's attention. That's what I think. All right, so let's get back to the original recording. What in the name? This is sick. This is sick, if this is what she thought. So she think, oh my God, if the uncle is saying that, did they really believe that? Is this the kind of crazy thing that goes in their head over there? Are they effing kidding me? So she believed, or maybe they believe, I don't know, by dressing like Megan will catch Harry's attention.
Inspirational for people, but also a reminder that it's all attainable, you know? Like, I didn't grow up with this kind of lifestyle or being interviewed or having fancy things. Like, that is all very new. And so to be able to show, like, you want that, you could totally have that, and you are enough and you're worth it. And it's also been a great way for me to connect with people. Well, you know, I feel a really big responsibility. Like, if you have this kind of job and you have an opportunity to have a profile where people are listening to what you're saying, I really, truly think you need to be saying something that's valuable. So yes, you can talk about, like, where did Rachel get that pencil skirt? Fine, sure. We can have that conversation. But I'd also like to talk about
women's rights.
Women's rights, and like my work with UN Women or with World Vision or humanitarian trips, or just really bolstering self-esteem that has nothing to do with the external.
Are they freaking kidding me? Wow, there's me here. Okay, cosplaying doesn't get H's mood up. Second, Harry picked at his wife. That thing of his is full attention mode. Harry knows what he has. He doesn't like cheap imitation that has probably been tapped by all the men in their circle. Okay, here, wow, damn, wait, mind-blowing. I'm telling you. Sometime I felt she thought she was marrying to Harry and not William. The thing is that Harry was too nice. Harry was too nice. You could see during their wedding, Harry is fixing her veil and everything like that. So Harry was too nice. Harry literally welcomed her into the family. But the minute she walked in, she thought she was above Harry. That's the thing here. Sometime I felt she thought she was married to Harry and not William. All the pictures we saw with the three of them in the past, she was all over Harry. Harry gave her attention. That's the thing here. On the other hand, William was happy about it. He didn't have to give her any attention. Have mercy. She wasn't his first choice. I think he married her due to obligation. The other woman wanted to marry him, and he had to produce for the firm. Same thing for the father, almost the same thing. She waited for William, so what else she wants? She wants the crown, so wait for that like mommy did. Katie's cosplaying was real and Meghan wore it better absolutely every time. Okay, there's the laugh here. Well, we've seen her around Harry. Yeah, my goodness. Okay, so let's move on. This is sick. This is sick. And there were some commentators in the UK, I believe, were pointing these things out. Next tweet. So there's that here. So Carole Malone says Charles doesn't have cancer. Yeah, in the video that I did yesterday, it wasn't. I did 2 videos. Okay, which one is lying? Nobody actually believed it was Kate in the car, so what are they covering up? William is focusing on work, not social media. Okay, but isn't working. What the F is happening with the royal benefit squanders? Okay, I agree with you until you say William focus on work. Now I'm confused. He's a spokesman told people Prince William broke his silence on the conspiracy theory surrounding his wife Kate Middleton's mysterious recovery from abdominal surgery. His focus is on his work and not on social media, a spokesman for the Prince of Wales told people on Wednesday. So there's me here. Okay, looks like they were preparing him to go meet his mom ASAP. I don't know, I'm just saying. That place is creepy as hell. They were showing images of Queen Elizabeth months or weeks before she said adios, as if she was in a coffin. This is why Harry was concerned about the people around her.
How did it feel being back? Being with her.
Being with her, it was great. It was just so nice to see her. You know, she's on great form. She's always got a great sense of humour with me, and I'm just making sure that she's, you know, protected and got the right people around.
Well,
her.
you
Creepy place for sure. Okay, there's that. 5 people. So they throw the cancer out. What I mean by this, they throw the cancer out to get people prepared. Okay, you were hearing some places, maybe it was in US TV, I'm not 100% sure, that how bad the pancreatic cancer is, because usually once you have that, it doesn't take long to take you out, okay, literally kill you. So it looks like they were preparing him to go. And I think the Queen, something happened. You know what? Allegedly. Whatever you may get out whatever I said here. Next, let's finish with this and then that's it. This British monarch, let me read bottom up. This British monarchy was built on deceit and lies, and it survived on same vice. So what do you expect? Solution: abolish. That's a very good point here. Okay, it must be a big thing that's being covered up. All this effort. Learn. Okay, perhaps someday Netflix will do a special edition of The Crown that will explain the bizarre ending of the British monarchy. Next tweet. It will have to be someone outside of the UK, because it seems like people in the UK are afraid to do certain things, to tell the truth. Okay, next tweet. Okay, so did I put that twice? Yes, I did. I did. Okay, so next tweet. Alright, so there's this here. Let's pause this. If he lied about having cancer and they lie about her surgery to gain world sympathy and to divert attention away from the disclosure of them being the 2 races concerned about the potential dark skin tone of a baby, then they really are some of the worst among that bunch. And the thing is that when this thing first came out about him having the cancer, I didn't believe it. But I say certain things, to show that I'm not that harsh, but for some reason, I don't know why, I didn't believe them. So again, allegedly, if he has cancer, whatever, I'm sorry, but for some reason, these people, they lie for the minuscule of things. All right, whatever. Okay, after mine, let me read bottom up. Okay, distraction for other things their bodies are doing. YouTube doesn't want people to talk about important issues, so the UK clowns are providing BS for us all to chat about. Now the UK taxpayers must ask themselves why their money going to all these clowns, pray for Africa and Palestine, and so much more. Okay, so there's that. I know I shouldn't be, but I'll admit it, I'm stunned. The F, there's that here. Okay, they really don't care about being called racist. They lie about Kate being in that hospital though. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. These people are crazy. Crazy, crazy. They lie for the minuscule thing. Next tweet, so there's this here. If Harry and Meghan were there, the world wouldn't even notice that the others are missing. The UK got what they deserve. You should have treated Princess Meghan better. That is true. Because all eyes will be on them. And this is why I was saying, why do these people want to be on the spotlight all the time? I'm not talking about Harry and Meghan. Because Harry and Meghan, they literally told them they don't mind being in the background.
I think that knowing that I've just been here for 3 months, right? And in that amount of time, but with that said, for me, it's very important to, once you hit the ground running, even if you're doing it quietly behind the scenes, which is what I've focused my energy on thus far, is meeting with the right people, meeting with the right organizations behind the scenes quietly, learning as much as I can so that I can maximize the opportunity we have here to really make an impact. Even if you're doing it quietly behind the scenes, which is what I've focused my energy on thus far, is meeting with the right people, meeting with the right organizations behind the scenes quietly, learning as much as I can so that I can maximize the opportunity we have here to really make an impact.
But the others, they were so jealous because as if Harry and Meghan had control what the tabloid, right? But Harry and Meghan were always front and center, but they got jealous of it. They wanted the spotlight. If they were doing good things, I could understand that. But they're doing shady things all the time. Why would you want the spotlight? I just don't get it. If you're doing shady things, you don't want people to know. So having the spotlight, you think it's just gonna focus on what you want them to focus on? It will show every ripple effect of things. You do stupid things, people will see the stupid things too because you are on the spotlight. I just don't get it. Okay, so now we are seeing everything else that Harry and Meghan are gone. All right, so she retweeted that from people. Royal family and turmoil as demands mount for more transparency. There is too much uncertainty. Exclusive. Let's see what they say here. Oh, it's about. I'm not gonna read that article, but let me read some of the comments here. Hey, stop this nonsense. Prince Harry is not part of that drama. He removed himself in 2020. He's not a tax-funded royal anymore. Put Anne there instead. Yeah, so they put that so people could click. That is crazy. Okay, Carole Malone has said that King Charles doesn't have cancer. Something crazy is going on over there. What is that? That's an ad. Okay, why use a photograph of Prince Harry? Add this to a lunatic, and you have the derangers saying that Harry and Meghan, want the spotlight and all of that. Look at this. They're not even a part of that mess. There's People magazine using them. All right, let me read bottom up and then move. She is still the most talked about woman in the world, even if she's out of the spotlight, recovering. Love it. You're obsessed with her, and she couldn't care less about you. Who? They're talking about you got Meghan and the oh, please, I'm embarrassed for you. Well, they don't see her. They think something happened to her. I don't know. According to people, what a laugh. People and tomorrow, more like it. Geez whiz, I wonder why Omid has retweeting this. Big old mystery over here. Prince Harry is not involved, that's for sure. Add this to the lunatic abuser Middleton uncle giving green light by Kate and Will to go on TV, verbally abuse Meghan Markle again. Royal family is toxic, the public is sick of it. Okay, why use a photograph of Prince Harry? Okay, so let's go to the next one. Alright, let's pause. This one was kind of funny. When they say after Easter, they didn't say what year, so y'all can technically say they meant this Easter. Just like Wednesday, laughing my ass off. Which Wednesday? When we remind them, they say after Easter, they will clear recollection vary. There's that. Voss best game. Well said. Oh, that was an ad over there. Voss best game. Well, yes. It could be Wednesday. There's that. I mean, where's the lie? We jump to that conclusion. LOL. Okay, so let's go to the next tweet. Next tweet, there's that. This freaky one makes me bonkers. We can say the same thing regarding all the hate and conspiracy theories that continue to be directed at Harry and Meghan. She is one to talk about making things up. Let's recall the makeup lie she told regarding the Oprah interview. There's Victoria Arbiter here. Cloud chaser and disruptors have perpetuated a series of wild conspiracy theories about the Princess of Wales. Apparently, finding the fact too banal, they've shown a willingness to make them up instead. I have to laugh about that, knowing who's saying that. Okay, we take a closer look and this week's Royal Report. Okay, no reason to go into her thing here. There's me here. I can hear her squeaky voice saying, quote, "My name is Victoria Arbiter, Arbiter. I'm a royal commentator for CNN."
The following video was filmed on the 5th of March 2021, 2 days before Harry and Meghan's interview was seen by anyone.
Would these paid commentators give a review of an interview they've not yet seen?
Victoria Arbiter, AR, B as in boy, ITER, and I am royal commentator for CNN.
She was so ready to lie about an interview she didn't even see, but okay. Alright, so after these, let's move on. The same woman that lost her job with CNN because she was making comments on an interview that hadn't even aired yet. Okay, okay, that's an ad. Okay, the eyelashless one still on here victimizing her fraud. She's not crying over her lost eyelashes. She's just like her father, got to chase the money. Both of them have cried. They had no income. No one wanted them. Even after all the Harry and Meghan BS stories on TV, they weren't getting any job offers. Sick, the both of them. Alright, so what is this now? Why is the uncle of Kate Middleton, who has committed such heinous crime against women, allowed on ITV, especially in light of Loose Women campaign and also abusing Meghan on this platform? Okay, so it seems like that's the thing that I shared already. There's a screenshot of it. Let's move on. I think this one is about Piers Morgan. Okay, so there's this here. There's no comment. Okay, what's the best name of someone who has been sacked multiple times by different organizations? Piers even took the last company he worked for down with him. What a loser. Let's see here. Controversial TV channel taking off hair for good just 2 years after launching. That was 2 days ago, March 5th, 2024. Talk TV is being taken off air. Okay, there's that. That's a link. Piers Morgan, end of the road for the man who never knew when to stop, by this person. That was back in 2021. Analysis being ghosted by Meghan may be behind the harsh words that cost the presenter his Good Morning Britain job. Piers Morgan to leave Good Morning Britain after Meghan woe. Susanna Reid bid farewell to disruptive Piers Morgan after GMB exit. There were lots of reasons for the end of Piers' CNN career. And I'm telling you, when I saw him on CNN, I was like, what the hell? After that, I never watched his show. Every time I see it, I just switch. Okay, in addition to his opposition to guns, some reporting suggested that his preferences for personality-driven interviews and his air of self-promotion also made him a poor fit for the network. What's more, he was often described as abrasive, and while that can sometimes be a positive quality in a journalist, it was rarely meant that way when it came to him. Oh my God. Is it that Prime Minister of Israel, Piers Morgan, leaving Good Morning Britain after storming off set over his attack on Meghan? Back in 2021. Wow, time flies. I can't believe this. It's been 3 years. In 2 days, he's gonna make it 3 years. Alright, so there's no comment. Let's move on. The Rangers. Next tweet. So there's that here. They truly lack self-awareness. Ain't no effing way this hypocrite with a Twitter and YouTube channel dedicated to hating and spreading misinformation about Harry, Meghan, and their children. This one needs to take a long, hard look in the mirror, tell William and Kate to condemn their supporters first. Okay, Harry and Meghan could do the right thing for once in their lives, and for once, with all of the things that they've been doing, there's no reason to read this. I think I shared that already on another video. Okay, so let's read some of the comment and move on. There's the laugh here. It was fine when it was only the squad they had to attack. Now it's the entire Annette. Damn the Rangers' efforts gasp from fighting everybody. Okay, Harry and Meghan should stay in the mansion close to the blinds and continue to mind their business. Okay, the way she spell it, just like them palace people did. That is true. Meghan's mole is a dangerous stalker. She demonstrates exactly why Harry and Meghan need top security around the clock. All right, after this, that's it. Meghan Mole wants a statement against online abuse. Now I've seen everything. There's the eye here. Has she looked at herself? Oh, what? Okay, so there's that here. All right, so let's move to the next one. Okay, oh, what? Some power. The gifty G us to see ourselves as other you see us. It wide free money, a blunder free us. A foolish notion. Robert Burns to a loose. Okay, next tweet. Okay, so there's that here. Prince Harry was right. I think I have him saying this. If I have it, I'll put it instead of me reading it.
You know, the family motto is never complain, never explain, but it's just a motto, and it doesn't really hold.
There's a lot of complaining and a lot of explaining.
Endless.
Private being done through leaks.
Through leaks. They will feed or have a conversation with the correspondent, and that correspondent will literally be spoon-fed information and write the story, and in the bottom of it they will say that they've reached out to Buckingham Palace for comment. But the whole story is Buckingham Palace commenting. So when we're being told for the last 6 years we can't put a statement out to protect you, but you do it for other members of the family, there becomes a point when silence is betrayed.
Alright, so she put that quote, and there's this here. She retweeted that. They always eventually out the royal family. There's Emily Andrews. The fact that KP exerted huge pressure on the British media not to publish the pic shows it wasn't a candid pap shot, and they didn't want it at all. Also, spare me your BS. That was deliberate to the throw of scent pieces. Paps are smart. This was not a setup. Okay, whatever. So that said, what is that? Okay, I thought that was, yeah, that was this is Invictus. All right, let's go to the next tweet. Next tweet, and this is something regarding Invictus. Why do I should put it? Okay, so now I was contemplating maybe I'll show it on both channels, but I'm not sure. I wasn't sure if I wanted to put that on the other channel. Maybe I'll do it, but my commentary will be on here. But it has to do with Invictus, the conversation here. But oh, there was comment. I thought there wasn't. Okay, as long as Harry and Meghan are not wanted and not secure in the UK, the Invictus game cannot be awarded to the UK. Or is this even an attempt to take the games away from Prince Harry? She tagged the royal family and Kensington Royal. Okay, so she retweeted that. That's from, who's that? Ron John Mercer, father of 3, husband, believer in change, member of parliament for Plymouth Moorview. I really feel bad for the, for the Brits who actually benefit from the Invictus and stuff. But the people who on top are really making them look bad. Because you see this past week, Harry was looking for his security, get answers, and you have the brother who literally, due to court document, we are aware of that, went to the extent to make sure his brother's out. So why will he go back and bring this over there? So I hope you guys still have your brain to understand. If Invictus never go back to the UK, you understand. Okay, there is no greater institution in driving recovery from conflict for veterans through sports globally than we are Invictus. And the budget at Veterans.gov UK have won a £26 million underwrite for a bid to bring the games to the UK in 2027. Okay, so what's going on with the Commonwealth Games? Why can't you guys do that? So when you guys want something, you make it happen. So do that for the Commonwealth game, isn't it? So let me go into that and then I'll come back out. I want to see this slightly bigger. There it is here. And there will be screenshot with this. Okay, just listen to the thing. If I have to say something, I'll stop and say what I have to say. 1 minute and 12 seconds.
So it's fantastic news today that the Chancellor is giving us £26 million in order to put a bid in for the Invictus Games to come to the United Kingdom. Now,
so they have the money to spend on things that they really want. What about the NHS? All these other people. I mean, I'm not saying one is better than the other. Collectively, they all important for a country. I don't live in the UK, but I understand things like that. Collectively, if the UK is a democracy, but in a democracy society, you know, all these things are important. You cannot leave one without the other. So now they give these 26 million pound to bring the game to the UK. Meanwhile, you have the NHS who's struggling. And one tweet, I was surprised to see how much was it a nurse or a doctor? I don't remember which one it was getting, I believe it was £15 per hour for a professional like this. I was like, what? But let's continue.
When I said I wanted this to be the best country in the world to be a veteran, I want us to become global leaders in recovery from conflict. And there's no greater institution in this country that's done that than the Invictus Games. I want to work hard now to put in a really world-class.
Did you hear that part? He wants to work hard now. So what about before? During the Netherlands, what happened? Nobody. I literally documented it. It was near the end of the Netherlands Invictus where someone from the UK, I think, which office was it? I don't remember which office, who came out to say something positive about the game. But during, you didn't hear a damn thing. Nobody of high profile to come and say something about it. If they did, till now, I haven't seen it. Okay? And I'm sorry if they did. And I didn't see it and I didn't share it with you. I know if I saw it, I would have shared it with you. Okay? So now he wants to work hard because the agenda had changed. Because they want to F it up for him. My goodness.
Bid to bring these games to the UK and have a festival of recovery around that event. I want us to lead the world when it comes to veterans care, and this gives us a really good hook going forward to make sure that's the case.
I think you can't underestimate how important the games have been for my journey, and at the risk of getting emotional, I don't want to say too much, but you know, I started this journey in a very dark place, and here I am.
Okay. Harry saw the vision. He had a vision. He saw it. He saw it within them. Once he was able to experience what happened in the US, it clicks for him. And he saw, it's almost like don't leave a man behind. It's almost like that. Okay. Harry saw the potential and he saw what was going on in his homeland, because it seems like that's the key point here. It seems like after the UK have used and abused those military guys, if they're injured, they're no longer in use for them. So they discard them. I don't know what their recovery was prior to the Invictus. Okay? But, you know, there was no second chance for them, it seems like. But Harry saw the potential, and this is why the Invictus created, due to his experience in the US. Right, priorities 26 million. There's okay. Priorities 26 million to bid for the game when it will cost only 16 million to award this April's 8.5% state pension raise. Okay. I'm glad people are mentioning that. Raise to all 60,000 frozen British veterans retired abroad who never get increases. That's 1 pence for every £100 spent on pensions. Okay, and frozen pension. Oh, so look at this. I wasn't even aware of that. So they freeze their pension. Okay, I will argue a home to live rather than the street for some veterans would be a greater priority. But hey, you keep the blinkers on. Okay, I'm glad I'm reading this. What are you up to? Okay, it was good to see you were going to put in a really good class bid. I trust it will be done at pace, the well bidding, with UK as the global lead. What a hook. Okay, your association solids the brand. Okay, I got you again. Okay, every day the same Tory grifters promoting himself. Oh, so he's a Tory. Okay, enough already. Okay, so this is from the UK, so I don't know. Let's go back. Let's see where the world is talking about now. Because it's from the outside. It was a retweet. If they get the game, which I hope they don't, security will be negotiated into any agreement. Doesn't make Harry being welcome. So let's see here. I think the majority of Brits support Harry and Meghan. Unfortunately, it's the loud minority that gets the most attention. Still, I hope Birmingham loses the bid. Alright, so there's me here. One thing for sure, they want Harry's body in the UK. The UK is known to be a country who shake hands with a smile and agreement, while the other hand is behind its back with fingers crossed. The extent of Harry's brother went to kick him out of that family, the people get hypnotized around them will do. I'll do anything for them, I really would. Okay, so there's that. Let me read this. That's an ad, and then that's it. It grown into such a huge thing. I'm not surprised they want it badly. I'm so excited and proud to see it hosted in Canada next year. I am going to just trust the decision process. Those left out will make their excuses, but it will be fair. All right. I just hope they don't get it, because we see the nonsense that's going on over there. Next tweet. I have 4 more. Just some beautiful comments on Apple Podcasts for the award-winning podcast by the brilliant Princess Meghan. Amazing to see Archetype with Meghan available everywhere. Having loads of fun listening again. Okay, so there's that here. So these are the comments under the podcast. So happy this is on Apple. I've been waiting to listen to this. So happy to find it here. I love Meghan. Okay, stumble on this. I love the Duchess and I didn't know she had a podcast. It's very good. Surprisingly relatable. I wasn't sure about this show. I've heard a lot of people talking about Meghan being out of touch, but this show is so good. The interview with celebrities, but okay, this is a screenshot so I can see the rest. Okay, absolutely thrilled. This is out everywhere, currently binging. Yes, I'm so happy this is on all platforms now. Meghan is a wonderful host and I cannot wait to binge the series. Okay, oh, I love this show. It's wonderful. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Now this one is making reference to Suits. Okay, so there's this here. Meghan was one of the 6 main characters on the show, hardly a bit. What's your achievement besides being an internet troll? So she retweeted this person here. From a bit part on TV soap. There's the laughing. I mean, I don't know why they keep on laughing. Even as a person who have a small part, there's one tweet that I came across where this actor explained he did one small part on a very successful show. Now, that small part, he get residual from it. And he showed us his check. And there's some not so lucky actors who don't get much. But if you are lucky enough to be on a successful show, no matter what part that you get a percentage of that if it's being aired over and over again and people are watching it. Okay, so there's me here. Whatever. Okay, so whatever is here, that's it. Okay, I was there for Louis Lit, but came out a Meghan fan. Look at my boo and the center of that promo poster. That's for sure. So there's me here. They still don't get it. A job is a job, no matter what part an actor gets in a show, as long the deal was negotiated and both parties agree, it's money in the bank. Alright, so 2 people like it. Let's move on. Next tweet. 2 more. Alright, there's that. The difference here is those women work hard for their accomplishment. Kate Middleton just married someone who got lucky to be born into the royal family. It's really not the same thing. Okay, so she retweeted this. There's no comment here. Nope. Same reason I get upset if people don't use Dr. Biden or MVP. Okay, that's the vice president, Madam Vice President, refusing to use appropriate protocol and using the wrong names, titles, a Trumpian MAGA technique, and she be called out. Okay, so she retweeted and she said the difference here is those women work hard for their accomplishment. I see what she's saying here. So let's go into this and see what else is being said. Okay, there's 64 comments, but I don't want to go into that. Why are Kate Middleton's fans always so angry about people not using her titles? It is because she's nothing without them. Alright, so, and that other retweet, the person who I bookmarked, is saying it's because the other women accomplish. They work for their position. They didn't just hand it out or they didn't marry into it. They work for it. Okay, so let's go to the next tweet. This is Baby D. Let's pause it. How dare Harry and Meghan maintain the support of the Sussex Squad? Why will a group of people from every continent on the world defend them and raise $1 million for charities? We demand they distance themselves from that group so that we may abuse them in peace. Otherwise, His Majesty the King must remove all titles. So that's the thing they were talking about. They were upset, and I think it was yesterday they were calling out the Sussex Squad. Yeah, yesterday. Or the day before, I think. Unfortunately for them, let's pause. Unfortunately for them, we aren't going anywhere. So they're not ever going to be able to abuse them in peace. Sorry, not sorry. And I still hate that baby. There's that. That's an ad. Okay, thanks for the update. Baby Derangers, it's been a busy week for the House of Sussex. Okay, you know, I really feel bad for this baby. It must be exhausted from all of the outrage. Maybe it should get to take a break for some spa treatment after all the hard work they've done. I didn't see the Baby Derangers for a while, unless if I missed it. So there's that. Here, who is the Sussex Squad? They are more than a fan base. They are a global movement without a leader. They unite and organize around current issues that require truth, that is for sure, and support of issues concerning Prince Harry and Princess Meghan. They present receipt and other evidence giving and demanding the attention that is deserved. That reminds me of the thing. Let me look for it because it needs to be put here. I really need to put this by itself. Listen to this. After reading what the Sussex Squad thing put, this needs to be played.
Receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots, in every receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots, in every receipts.
That's what this reminded me. In support of issues concerning Prince Harry and Princess Meghan, they present receipt and other evidence giving and demanding the attention that is deserved. And then this.
Receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots, in every receipt.
I had to show that. I'm gonna have to record this by itself so I could have it. Next tweet. Okay, so there's this here, and this is my last one. How it started, how it's going. You're still not getting Invictus game. Oh, I should have, if I knew that was there, that should have been after the Invictus thing. Okay. Now that's upwardly mobile. How in 150 years, Meghan Markle's family went from cotton slave to royalty via freedom in the US. They sound like we didn't fight for it. They think everything was handed to us. Everything we have, we fought for it. And then we're still fighting for more stuff. And that 2024 election that's coming up in November, if it wasn't for, like I said, the day it happened, African American, Native American, and some Hispanic who put a halt to the nonsense that Trump was doing, we're not over it yet. You could see how many of them people are on board with Trump to destroy democracy, okay, including the Supreme Court. So we better be very careful if we don't fight for what is right. And it was African American, Native American, and Hispanic who allowed more people to see what was really going on. And I think now more people are seeing the BS that Trump was doing. So I don't know. We still have to fight, but it's a long road. And they thought they're writing this as if, getting our freedom was just given to us. They didn't think that we had to fight for it. All right. Via freedom in the U.S. Civil War, while her dad's ancestors, including a maid at Windsor Castle, they still put her in the low level as well because they're saying the father family worked in the royal family, which is somewhat higher, but still lower class. My God, when I say evil originated in the UK, it did. I really believe so now. Every day they're proving me right. Meghan Markle, distant cousin of Winston Churchill, even before she married into the royal family, Meghan Markle could lay claim to one celebrated ancestor, although she likely wasn't aware of the connections. In 2017, researchers discovered that she is related to both wartime Prime Minister Winston Churchill and William Shakespeare. According to Ancestry website, my heritage. She is the 6th cousin, 5 times removed of Churchill, and is the 5th cousin, 13 times removed of Shakespeare. Okay. Is that new? D on the right, yeah, there's the live here. The one on the right, she's saying it's new. Right, there's the live here. That's an ad. They're laughing. Okay, so that's it. May God continue to protect Harry and Meghan. For the left behind royals, you see what's happening. Okay, baggage for every individual. You know what fits them best. Okay, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so that is it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.